Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Last Game Hunter, and today is pretty exciting for me because I finally got all the parts to do something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I want this screen in this. So let me get to the point here. A lot of people like this form factor, mainly because its design is so much better and wider for especially some grown-up person like myself to play games. But it has a downside. Well, the downside is this. I don't even know if you can catch this on camera, but really? And then they made this. Oh yeah. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put this screen in this unit. Let me show you what you need. Well, okay guys, so what we're going to do, first off, you need a soldering iron. You do not need a big station like this, but at least a soldering iron. I'm going to say with a decent fine tip. And the reason for the soldering iron is this special cable you need, and I'll leave links below to where I got it, has one wire on it that needs to be soldered to the main board. So you're going to need a soldering iron just for that. Nothing major, any soldering iron. I'd like to say from Radio Shack. And of course you're going to need your screen. Now, you can buy screens off eBay or Amazon or whatever. I think they're a Chinese screen. A lot of people have done reviews on them and they are not as good. They do not quite have the vibrance and the quality of the Nintendo screen, so I went against it, and I was in a local pawn shop, and I already have the SpongeBob the AGS, I guess they call it, AGS-101, and I bought another one. I got it for like 40 bucks. Screen is worth like 75. So now I have parts. Everything in this is working, so I can use this for another repair or build down the road. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to keep it because I did buy a new housing, and maybe, just maybe, I'll try putting this screen in here just for stupidity. I don't know. I'm dumb like that. And of course, you're going to need your old unit. Now, one thing that you will need to find out, and you can see mine's decrepit. It's got the battery cover missing. So this was perfect timing for my other thing. So in here, right in here, you probably don't know if you can see it quite well. It's going to have some numbers in here. That's going to tell you what pin, so whether it's a 40 pin or a 32 pin cable you need to order. Okay, so it's just in here. Now, most places where you're ordering the thing, you can actually just Google it, or they have a chart telling you what to look for. So, time to get rid of this shell as well, right? So I went out and I bought a brand new exact replica of this casing, so I'm not changing it in any weird way or form. I'm just bringing it back to original with a upgraded screen. You can do whatever you want. I mean, you can order, there's all kinds of cool ones. You can get a Nintendo, Super Nintendo looking one with a color scheme. You can get red, you can get orange, you can get blue, you can get purple, you can custom paint it. You can do whatever you want. I just decided that I only have one of these that is see-through in this color. I ordered the exact same body. I think these are true Nintendo OEM. I believe the manufacturers that were making these, after the demise of this, it's not being made anymore, decided to keep continuing to put these out because the mold's already made. Why not? You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. Now this is a kit I bought right here with the Phillips and a tri. So it's a Y screwdriver for the screws that are in these Nintendos. I like to have one of these around just in case because I think my tool is much better quality, and I don't really want to get my other tools out to put tips in for the tri. Now, one other thing that you're going to need, and I'm sorry, but you will, you don't really need this kit, but I got this kit for like $15 at a Canadian Tire in Canada. I'm sure if you're in the States or wherever you are, your local Canadian Tire, local whatever hardware store, whatever, they'll have a section where they have some blades, and they usually have these little kits. This was $15 Canadian. I'll put a link to the Canadian store, but I mean, just to give you an idea anyway, if you're not Canadian watching the video. And you're gonna need this, and I'll show you why as the video goes on. I have the cloth, this microfiber cloth. Well, as I'm working on a brand new housing, I want to keep it protected. I want this unit to look brand new forever. I'm making a mod, I'm sacrificing a 101, you know, I want to keep it protected. So, guys, I enjoy doing mods. I'm going to be doing a lot of mods in the future. I got some Game Gear mods coming, Game Gear board repair videos coming, and so on. And this is stuff that I do on the side that nobody really gets to know me for. And I'm going to start putting them on video because I do a lot of it. So guys, without further ado, let's get this screen in this and get it looking sticky, brand new again. Okay guys, so for starters, we're going to take this apart and get our lovely screen we need. This old SpongeBob unit's looking pretty decrepit. I actually did keep the better one of the two, and this actually was my old one. So I got an upgrade picking up the other one. And here's why you have your own screwdriver. Because these stupid screwdriver kits. I have bits too, like that I bought just for doing consoles. And I gotta figure out where I put those, of course. So here's your battery. So if anything now, I gained a lithium battery, that's good, because this one seems to be good. More screws. Do I have this off now? Oh, look at that. There's your motherboard, guys. So here's your cartridge slot. It's also a good time too when I take the other one apart to clean all this up, and I'll give it a little bit of a what do you want to call it, a alcohol bath. And I think there's a couple screws here, or is it just one? No, there's three. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now here's that cable we do not want to hurt. Don't care about any buttons falling out. We need to unplug this. So, shorten the video real quick if I cut the cable right now, wouldn't it? There we go. So guys, there's the SP motherboard. Here's your speaker. Speaker actually just kind of neat. Oh, these are really dirty. This would have to be cleaned if I kept it. Your speaker just kind of goes right here, and the contacts just make contact with the motherboard, literally just by being laid in place. Kind of cool. In this case, guys, I'm going to use Old Blue. Old Blue hasn't had much time out in the field lately. Oh, more buttons or something falling out. So Old Blue, let's get in there without. Everything flying. It's not every day I get screws, extra screws or anything for these kind of things when I need them. Oh, wow. So 5 screws in the screen, not 4, because I guess they felt like 4 wasn't good enough on a tiny screen like this. Let's get this ribbon cable out without damaging anything. What a good idea. What a great idea. So there's another screw inside here, guys, to take this off. Again, this is a tutorial, I guess, in a weird way of just how to remove all this, because this is the cheapest option to get the screen. I'm going to take off one of the layers, because it's going to be too thick if you don't. So leave one on, take one off. So now we have our brand new, not new screen. I'm just gonna lay that over here. Okay guys, part 2 of this, we need to tear this guy down. not gonna miss this ugly shell. It's in such bad shape. I bought it at a yard sale a few years ago. And it works, just horrible condition. I knew one day I would do something with it. Okay? Annoying. Okay. So this should now come apart. Okay. The new housing even has this in it, so you don't even need to take that out. And this, first things first, let's unplug this video cable so it's done. There. Old cable is unplugged. Take all this apart. I'm not even going to use these parts anymore. I have all brand new for everything. Even these side things. Everything comes apart on these things. But I do need this main board. One screw here, here, and that looks like it might be it. There we go. So now we have our motherboard. It's actually kind of cool. See, it's green here, and then they different colored it right here, and I think that's because you see it on the other side of this unit. So that's kind of neat, actually. So this is what we need to keep from this unit. Okay, so here's the new face, guys. And the reason why you really need the razor blades is for this. On the inside here, there's a strip that goes down here and comes across here. You need to shave that all out, or the new screen will not fit. Okay guys, so I removed the screen to show you something. I markered these pieces right here. Those are the pieces that I had to chop off in the new one to make the new screen fit. Okay, so that's why you need the razor blades, and you want to be very cautious and slow. One, you don't want to cut yourself open. Two, you don't want to make a big slip, and especially on a see-through case like this, you're going to see it, right? So you want to take all this out nice and slowly, and just, if you have a spade type razor blade for the end, it's great for just doing that almost like a sander, you know, just scraping it down to the flatness, and you end up with this here. So all gone. Now hopefully I have it down enough. I got a little tiny bit of ridge here, we're going to find out. Very, very little. And let's put this together. As you can see here, I took that rubber off. Only use your fingernail. If you slip with anything else, you're going to scratch this screen that you just ripped apart a 101 SP for, or even if you paid 75 bucks for it. Done. So use your fingernail only. It comes off very easily. Just take your time. It comes off very easily. And now it fits right in there. So what we're going to do next, oh, by the way, after I took that rubber thing off, I realized that I should have probably done it after. It's very sticky. So if you lay it down on your desk, you might crack it picking it up. So you'll see me doing this right now. So now we're going to install this so we can put this in and feel safe about doing that. Now you'll see, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but you'll see like there's all kinds of crap scratched up there. I had to take that stuff off. Now's the moment of truth. Is it all going to disappear? And my answers have been answered, yes. And now I have the new screen in my brand new shell. So you install your rubber pads now just to make it easier so there's no little mistakes happening when you put it all together. Okay guys, now here's the hardest part. We have to solder this red wire to that little tiny leg right there on the, I'm going to call it the second unit, and you'll see there's 3 legs, 1, 2, 3. It's this inside one right here. I don't know if you're getting that on camera very well. Unfortunately, my camera is not a good camera that I have. I don't know how to use it, so I can't really get in there yet, but I'll take a picture, or I'll put a picture up if I can do it and show exactly the contact there. So I'm just letting my iron heat up here. It should be ready any minute. And my eyes aren't as good as they used to be, so I need a magnifier. So it's soldered up. It didn't quite go as smoothly as I wanted. The wire wasn't tinged proper. I had to get my solder out and do that. It was actually so small. My vision's not like it used to be, as I said earlier. It was kind of hard to get that in there, but it's done now. Yay. Piece of I guess like painter's tape underneath here. It was a thing that I could rip easy and get in just to cover. There's a resistor here, and there's another, you know, another one of these right next to it, and running the wire a little bit of a bend. You don't want it to get in the way and spark. One can only hope that's in there the first time. Everything just wants to fall out every time I touch something. Okay, all screws are in. Everything's looking pretty nice. Guys, there we go. Sonic, our little friend, is holding his enemy, a Nintendo product. But this Nintendo product has been life-given by adding an AGS-101 screen to it. Check the quality out on this. It is amazing. I'm so happy. I can't wait to play some of these older games. And in my opinion, the way the machine should have been built. So guys, I'm hoping down the road I can do a lithium recharging mod, because that'll be the only thing wrong with this system would be putting double A's in it. But anyway guys, till next time, it has been sort of fun. It's usually always a pain. There's stuff you don't get to see. And definitely guys, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this type of video. Do you want to see more of these videos? And if you do, I'll be glad to do them. I have a lot more mods in mind of Game Gear and so on and so forth. So just let me know. I'll continue to do them on video for you guys. Till next time guys, game over.